Hello and welcome back here to Mandy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we get ready for Day 8 here in the Scenic City Collegiate League, Game 1 of this Day 8 matchup, as it'll be the Bandits taking on the Choos here to start us off today. So we have a couple of changes, of course, through this lineup here today, but we'll go ahead and start us off with the Choos. It'll be Cassidy Ross leading us off here today. Ella Cunningham on the mound to start for the Bandits. I should start with that here to start. So Cunningham will get the initial start here today for the Bandits. She'll make yet another start, but it'll be Ross who leads us off at second base here today. Tatum McCole will step in for this Choos squad. She'll be in center field hitting second. Fowler will hit third in the shortstop position. Ariana Clark will hit fourth behind the plate. It's the first pitch from Cunningham on the inner half, called a strike, 0-1. So Fowler hitting third, Clark behind the plate will hit fourth, Demers hits fifth at third base, Hancock in right field will hit sixth, Robbie Van, tonight's pitcher, will hit seventh. It's the next pitch from Cunningham in the inner half, called a strike, 0-2. Martins will play first base and hit eighth, and then Leach will be in left field to start us off. She will hit ninth. That'll round out the Choos lineup as Ross with an 0-2 count against her. Next pitch from Cunningham, out and away, 1-2. As for the Bandits, two new names for them and a old name coming back once more. We'll get to them, though, in the bottom half of the inning, or maybe I'll be able to get to them here in the top half. We apologize, we're starting a little bit late here, but that's okay. About 9:15 here on the East Coast. The big swing and a miss, strike three. Cunningham gets the first out of the inning quickly on a strikeout to Ross, one away. Ross goes down on strikes, and Cunningham, who has been the league leader in strikeouts, continues to rack up the totals. Cunningham now is up to, if I'm correct here, and I should be, a total of, if I'm trying to get this correct here, that one was called for a strike, over 30 plus strikeouts for her now. 0-1 count to McCole now, stepping in for this Choos squad. Well, one swung on and missed, 0-2 as the inside fastball burns through her. They'll be on one out after the strikeout to Ross here in the top of the first inning between the Choos and the Bandits here on Day 8. The Rain and the Smokies will play later today. That is currently set for 11:30. Next pitch, up in the zone, sits high, 1-2. Possibly an identical at-bat to Ross's, where she got a 1-2 count and swung through it for strike three, trying to see if she can avoid the same result. 1-2 from Cunningham. Swung on, hit sharply to the shortstop side. Picked off by Massagale. The crow across in time, 2 away. So not a strikeout this time, but a ground out now for McCole as the shortstop. Or is that going to be Addie Lewis, actually, who sits at shortstop today? Massagale now sits at second. It'll be Ella Grace Harvey at third. Henson at first. Cunningham again out on the mound here for the infield for the Bandits as the first pitch to Fowler on the outer half, just outside, ball or called a strike, 0-1. Delayed call from the umpire will be called a strike. Holt sits in center field, Presswood in right. Eden Atkinson, the new left fielder for the Bandits here today. Swung on and missed, strike two as Fowler down on strikes here early in the count. Behind the plate now is Braylee Raby, who steps in today as well, as the Bandits having to bring in a couple of players. The 0-2 to Fowler, check swing, fouls it off. Keeps the at-bat alive going here. 2 down and nobody out, a strikeout, and a ground out to short. Fowler trying to keep this inning alive. Cunningham trying to make it a quick one once more, the 0-2. Oops. And she just lost the handle on that one. That's a new one we've seen just yet. Just kind of lost the handle on it there. She'll try and get a new ball now from the home plate umpire. That's when you don't usually see that often. But now still 0-2 the count, or excuse me, 1-2 now the count. As Fowler now trying to keep this inning alive with 2 outs and nobody on. No score here in the top of the first between the Choos and the Bandits. 1-2. Up in the zone once more, 2-2. Now it would be actually called for a full count, so I guess that delayed pitch that Cunningham dropped was called a ball, so we'll sit as a full count instead. So Fowler trying to work it full, looking to see if she can get on. Swing and a miss, strike three, will not be able to do so. 2 strikeouts in the inning from Cunningham. And that will end the top of the first. We go to the bottom half of this first inning. Choos go down 1, 2, 3. No one gets on, no hits, no errors. 2 strikeouts for Cunningham. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Here from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Bandits will come up to hit. Bottom of the first inning, no score here after the top half of the inning. Choos go down in order, 1, 2, 3. The Bandits will come up to hit here to start us off in the bottom half of the frame here from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Scenic City Collegiate League here on day 8, the first game of these day 8 matchups. It'll be the Rain and the Smokies battling here later today. That's currently set for 11:30. As Robbie Van will get the start here today for this Choos squad. We'll go ahead and take a real quick look now at this Bandits team. Ryan Presswood will lead us off, playing in right field here today. J.C. Holt will hit second and center. Henson will hit third at first. Cunningham, the pitcher, will hit fourth. Massengale will hit fifth at second base today. Ella Grace Harvey will hit sixth at third base. Addie Lewis, who comes back to this Bandits squad, will play at shortstop. In the 7 hole, it'll be Brayley Raby playing catcher today at the 8th spot, and then Eden Atkinson will play in left field wearing number 4. I'll round out the lineup here as Presswood will lace this one out to center field to start. The catch will be made by McCool and one away on the first pitch of the inning. So Presswood sees the first pitch and just lines it to straightaway center, and it'll be a fly out to start. And now it brings up J.C. Holt with one away. Robbie Van from Georgia Military College has been very solid for this Choos squad. First pitch to Holt up in the zone, ball 1. JUCO product now has technically a 6 ERA for the Choos. Has had 16 innings pitched. She has induced a lot of soft contact. So the next one outside, 2-0. Does have a 153 whip for her. Although only 3 strikeouts, again, she's done a good job at minimizing damage, getting easy pop-ups that are usually up in the infield or shallow in the outfield, as the next one stays outside, 3-0. Now Holt, Maryland Eastern Shore product, the Division I player. Looking to see if she can be the first base runner in this game. Sees the next one up and away, ball 4, Holt will reach with a walk. And now a runner on first with great speed in Holt. Brings up the dangerous Lauren Henson. So for Henson, who had the first home run of the Scenic City League season, we'll see the first pitch from Van, down in the zone, ball 1. So after a first pitch, first swing, Presswood line out to center. Holt takes 4 pitches and walks to first base. Now Henson with a 368 average steps up. 1-0 from Van. Check swing, 1 on the strike, throw down to second, Holt's in safely. She'll have another stolen base to her name, and a 1-1 count now against Henson as Holt with yet another stolen base. She had a couple again in yesterday's game against the Rain that actually allowed her to score the first run of the ball game. As the next pitch to Henson, laced out towards left center field. That ball's going to get down. It's going to go all the way towards the wall. McColl's going to knock it down, throws the ball into second base. Holt will come around to score. It's an RBI single for Henson and a 1-0 lead for the Bandits. Henson able to lace that one out to left center. McCool able to quickly knock it down, but Henson able to bring around Holt all the way from second. That stolen base working in handily. And now a 1-0 lead in favor of the Bandits with only one away, and Cunningham now to the plate. Cunningham, who went 0 for 3 yesterday, 2 ground outs and a fly out to the shortstop. Sees the first pitch high in the zone for ball 1. Enters into the day with a .358 average for her. 6 RBIs to her name, a double and a solo home run. A big swing and a miss on the outside fastball, 1-1. As for Cunningham, originally from Silverdale Academy, the Michigan State product last year, headed off to Troy University at the current moment. 1-1, laces it towards left center field. The left fielder will get underneath it, and Leach will make the grab 2 away. So now 2 outs here, and Holt will step in for Henson at first base. Just a temp runner here for Henson, and now Holt, who has great speed over at first, will come up. Massengale at the plate tonight, second baseman. The runner on first and 2 away. First pitch swung on a miss. Holt taken off for second base once more. She's in safely once again. JC Holt continues to rack up stolen bases. So 2 for her in the inning. Funny enough, she's already come around to score. She steps in as the pinch runner as that one stays high and away, ball 1. Puts herself back in scoring position and hoping for maybe identical results as to what Henson did, where she was able to line a single and bring her around. 1-1 stays outside, 2-1 as Van now trying to get out of the inning, 2 away. After Presswood lines the first pitch she sees of the day to center field, Holt gets on with a 4-pitch walk, steals a base, and then comes around to score on the RBI single from Henson. Cunningham lines out to left, and now Massengale fouls this one off for a 2-2 count. Holt stands at second after the stolen base. Comes in relief of Henson. As Massengale trying to keep this inning alive. Ella Grace Harvey would hit next if given a chance. We'll see if Massengale can do just that. Next pitch hits it softly to the right-hand side. Driving in and making the grab in right field. Will hang on to it once more as Hancock. That will end the inning. So a run does score, 1 runner left on base, but the Bandits now find themselves ahead thanks to Henson's RBI single. We'll be right back after this quick break here from Andy Greenmont Field as we go to the top of the second inning. Bandits lead 1-0 over the Choos here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the second inning, 1-0 your score. The Bandits find themselves ahead here after 1. As Ella Cunningham will step back out into the mound. She'll come across from Ariana Clark after a 2-strikeout top of the first. Clark seeing if she can get this Choo squad rolling here to start. Now down by 1. First pitch from Cunningham, down and away, ball 1. As Clark, had a hit in yesterday's game, comes up to the plate for the first time today. .333 average for her. So next pitch down and away on the changeup, 2-0. Clark with 3 RBIs on the year, a .368 on base, an .868 OPS. Her 2-run shot, her only extra base hit. She has swung the bat very well, as you can see it here. She'll lace this one to right field. It'll go all the way to the wall. Clark's going to go for extra bases. Presswood will knock it down, makes the throw in. Clark will get in standing, a leadoff double, and her second extra base hit of the year. Just as I mentioned, hitting that ball hard, she does it right there. So the Gannon University commit able to lace one out to right field over the head of Presswood, and now she'll step out as Fowler will come in as the pinch runner. So a leadoff double for Clark, the first hit of the game for the Choos, and now a runner in scoring possession for Demers. It's the first pitch outside, ball one, as the heater from Cunningham almost makes it to the backstop. Worked by Rabbie behind the plate to knock it down. Demers now hitting .238 on the year. A big swing and a miss on the inside fastball, 1-1. Has 4 RBIs on the season. 273 on base, a 381 slugging equals out to that 654 OPS clip. That one stays high, 2-1. Does have a 2-run homer to her name. Her lone extra base hit of the 5 that she has of hits this year. Swings the bat hard, to put it lightly. 2-1 to Demers. Off speed up high, catches her on the elbow, and it'll be a hit by pitch from Cunningham. And now runners on second and first with nobody away. So Fowler sits at second base in substitution for Clark after the leadoff double. Demers reaches on a hit by pitch, and now Hancock comes out with nobody out and a runner in scoring position in on first, as Cunningham now chatting with her bench for the moment here. I'm not sure if she's trying to get a towel or what the issue is. So it looks like they're up to something down there on that third base side. Somebody is trying to get something towards the infield. It is indeed either a rosin bag or something. That is indeed what it looks like. That's exactly what it is a type of rosin bag. Yes, it is a rosin bag, indeed. So just to make sure the grip's there. It's been a humid morning already here in Chattanooga. Sun's already beaming out. It's going to be a hot one once more here today. Already it's 78 degrees. It's going to be a high of 92. Tomorrow's going to be 93. So for next pitch from Cunningham, that rosin bag already coming to work, going 1 in the outer half. It's going to be a hot weekend, or a hot start of the week here as we come to the back half of the month of June. The 0-1. Foul tipped into the glove, 0-2. Robbie Van will hit next. As Fowler at second, coming in for Clark's leadoff double. Demers at first after the hit by pitch. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Cunningham with her third strikeout of the afternoon, or the morning. And now 1 away here in the top of the second inning. Now it brings up Robbie Van. With 1 away and runners is in scoring position. First pitch to her, 0-1, as it's called a strike on the lower half. As Fowler is able to get the delay steal and make her way into third base. So still on base for Fowler. Gets runners at the corners now with 1 away. As Demers sits at first. Fowler now with third. Next pitch to Van. Swung on. Fouls it off. 0-2. Demers will have to retreat back to first. Robbie Van now hitting .222, collected a couple of base knocks for herself, has an RBI now on the year as well. Her last game after entering in with no hits to start the year. Was able to collect 2 for herself in her last game, fouls this one off and stays alive, still 0-2. It was in yesterday's game where she picked up her first 2 hits. Was able to load the bases. In that third inning, was not able to get anybody to score against the Smokies, as Pearl Davis was working hard yesterday. He'll be fouled off once more by Van. Trying to see if she can help herself out after giving up the RBI single to Henson. hit here could easily bring around Fowler at third. Anything in the outfield could as well, possibly, if you get it deep enough. Good speed at the corner at third. Demers still at first. The 0-2. Swung on, hit softly the first-hand side. Henson will pick it up. Demers makes her way diving in back to first. She'll get there, 2 away. As Demers took a couple strides, saw Henson make the grab and dived back to make sure she was in safely at first. And now it brings up Martins with 2 away and runners at the corners. First pitch on the other half called a strike. Demers will stride into second safely, no throw down. Now runners at second and third with 2 away. Fowler at third, Demers at second. Martin's trying to keep this inning alive. 0-1, did she go around? She did not. 1-1. No check down, no call was made. So 1-1 now the count. Martin's trying to keep this one alive. Let's see if she could bring around a run. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. Martins, who has a hit already this year, an RBI to her name as well. Only her opportunity to see what she could do here, and swings out in strike 3. She'll go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. So after giving up a leadoff double and a hit by pitch, a 1-2-3, and another set of strikeouts for Cunningham, that will end the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 still your score. The Bandits lead. 2 runners left on, a hit and a hit by pitch. No errors made. Bandits will come up to hit once more. And from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 your score. The Bandits find themselves ahead over the Choos here as we enter into the bottom half of the second frame. Ella Grace Harvey will step up to the plate for the first time today, as the tall third baseman will face off against Robbie Van. First pitch to her on the lower half, called a strike. 0-1 to the tall third baseman, headed off to Tennessee Tech next year. Harvey now with a 375 on base. She'll hit this one to the second base side. That ball will get down and roll into right field. The second baseman Ross not able to track it down. And a base knock to start us off here in the bottom of the second inning as Harvey gets on. As she entered in with a 348 average, and now that rate will tick up even higher. As this will bring up Addie Lewis. First time today, tonight's shortstop. Hadn't seen her for a moment, had been on travel as well as illness recently, batting .267 heading into this contest. First pitch to her in the dirt, ball 1. Harvey takes a couple strides, but will backtrack as Clark's able to knock it down. So for Lewis, only playing in her 6th game now this year. Again, .267 for her, 2 RBIs for the rising freshman. A 353 on base. Does not have an extra base hit just yet. Next pitch to her, swung on and missed. 1-1. Only has 4 hits on the year, but again has only played in 5 games. From Saudi Daisy area. Attended Chattanooga Christian School and is headed off to Lee University next year currently. The Division II school. She laces this one up and out of play, 1 and 2. Rabbi will get her first hit of this year up next. And then possibly Eden Atkinson would be after her if given the opportunity. As Ella Grace Harvey still sits at first base after the leadoff single. The 1-2. Swung on, laced out towards center field. McColl has to backtrack all the way towards the wall. She will go. She'll make the grab, 1 away. So Lewis flies out, and it'll bring up Rayleigh Raby for the first time today. Making her Scenic City Collegiate League debut, standing at 6 feet tall from Silverdale Academy here in Chattanooga. The same school as Ella Cunningham, her teammate today. Tonight's catcher will see the first pitch inside and swings through it for 0-1. As for Raby, the rising senior at Silverdale. Hit .337 last year in her junior season. 22 RBIs for her. She'll hit this one foul to the left-hand side. Everyone will try and track it down. No one will be able to get there, though. So 0-2 the count. 22 RBIs, 6 home runs, 7 doubles to her name last year. Or I should say this season that just occurred, her junior year. Primarily played as a catcher. Also played a varsity basketball for Silverdale. Next pitch to her, hits it to the third base side. That ball's gonna get through. It'll be a base knock for Raby. Runners now at second and first as Harvey makes her way to second base. And in her first appearance here in the Scenic City Collegiate League, she'll get herself a base knock. So now runners at second and first with 1 away. And now it'll bring up Eden Atkinson for the first time today. Tonight's left fielder also making her Scenic City debut. It's the first pitch to her, up and away, 1-0 for Atkinson. The youngest player here today, a flash substitution from Baylor High School from around the Chattanooga area. The rising junior. Swung on and hits it towards the shortstop side, getting underneath it, trying to make the grab, and will do so. Will be the shortstop Fowler, 2 away. Atkinson pops out, but at least able to make some contact here. Now it brings up Presswood with 2 outs and runners at second and first. Lined out to center field quite hard her first time up. Trying to see if she could do some damage here in the bottom of the second. Hits it towards the shortstop side. Fowler with a diving save. It's short. She'll make the grab. Christian Fowler goes head first forward and is able to hold on. We go to the top of the third inning. Still 1-0 your score. Fowler makes the final 2 outs. And we go to the top of the third innings. The Choos will try and come up once more. Fowler with a nice save at shortstop is able to keep this inning at a no score, or keep the inning scoreless. 2 runners left on. 2 hits, no one else able to come around. Cunningham will step back out on the mound here as the Bandits try and see if they can settle in for another inning. We'll be right back for this quick break from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back for this quick break. Top of the third inning, 1-0 your score. The Bandits still lead 1-0 here as we enter into this top of the third inning. It'll be Leach coming up for the first time today, playing in left field. See what she can do here against Ella Cunningham, who continues to work through some clean innings. Now 4 strikeouts for her. As Cunningham reaches back in the first pitch on the outer half, called a ball 1-0. Leach in left field today at the start in yesterday's matchup for the Choos. Unfortunately took the loss in her 3 innings of work, gave up 6 runs, but that was also due to the fact that this grand slam occurred as she fouls this one off for 1-1. Gave up 2 home runs yesterday. Her 3 innings of work, had a very clean first inning and second inning, I should say, as well. But now looking to play some left field here today, coming in with a 167 average. Central Community College in the outer half, called a strike, 1-2. Originally from the Mississippi area. An RBI to her name already. A 444 on base for Leach. 1-2 on the outer half, just too far outside, 2-2. As Leach, although the hits have not always come, she's found ways to get on. Lone hit, a single. She has reached multiple times, though. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts now on the day for Cunningham. 1 away. As now it brings up Ross for the second time today, who went down swinging her first time up. The left-hander waits and delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 1 as Ross takes another big hack at that one. Ross, who has shown good work as a utility player all around the diamond. As we'll foul this one off now, 0-2. Has been on the mound, has found her way behind the plate, on the mound, in the outfield, infield. Put her in the coaching boxes, why don't you? She's been all over the field and has shown good leather everywhere she's gone. The 0-2 hits it softly to the first base side. Henson will pick it up and tag first base, 2 away. And now it brings up McCole, who grounded out to short her last time up. As the player who traditionally has played for the Smokies this year comes up for the first time, or the second time today. From St. Augustine, Florida. Sees the first pitch just up in the zone, 1-0. Top half of the strike zone has not been called very easily here the last couple of days. It continues to be that case here today as well, so Cunningham will have to try and adjust. The 1-0. This one stays just a little too far inside, 2-0. McCole, who attended Jacksonville University last year, rising redshirt sophomore. 2-0. Did not go around. It stays high. 3-0. Good work by McCole to keep the bat on her shoulder. Last year hit a $184, but had a 311 on-base percentage in her 40 games played. 32 starts for her. Next pitch outside. It will be called a strike. 3-1. Just able to clip the outer half of the zone. Fowler will hit next if given the opportunity. She went down swinging on strikes last time up. McCole trying to keep this inning alive. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. 3-2. Cunningham trying to look for strikeout number 6. McCole going to collect her first hit of the game. Only 1 hit for the Choo-Choo so far. The double by Clark. Demers the lone batter to also reach on the hit by pitch. Next one, just up in the zone, called for strike 3. Another strikeout, and that will end the inning. That should be 3 outs, and it is 3 outs. So another strikeout as McCole goes down looking. 6 now on the day for Cunningham, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bandits find themselves ahead still 1-0. They'll get another opportunity to hit here as the Choo-Choos come out to the field. 1-0 your score. The Bandits lead from Mandy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Bandits will come up to hit. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 your score. The Bandits lead. They'll look to see if they can tack on a few more here, and it'll be nobody better than J.C. Holt, who reached on a walk, stole a base, and then came around to score in that first inning on the Henson single. She'll face off against Robbie Van for the second time today. Shows bunt, but it stays on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Maryland Eastern Shore product, the rising senior. The portal looking to see what she can do here today. Slap style hitter, as she's referred to herself as. The 0-1. Swung on, hit to the second base side. This ball's going to get through, and it'll be a base knock for Holt. She'll reach on the second pitch of the inning. And now on base for the second time today. Reached on a 4-pitch walk, and now gets to make it to first base on the single. And now it brings up Henson, who's already scored her once today, with an RBI single, as we await for her to eventually make her way to the box. There she is. She was just trying to get her gear back on here for the moment, as coming from first base, had to get everything off of her. So now Holt at first. Henson steps up for the second time today. A single for her. Another RBI to her name as well. Henson now up to 7 RBIs on the season. Holt takes off, but this one's fouled off, up and out of play, 0-1. So Henson now up to 7 RBIs on the year. Entered into the contest with a .368 average, little over 1,000 OPS. As she'll swing and hit this one to the first base side. Martins will try and grab it in foul ground. She'll make the grab, one away. So Henson flies out to Martins at first in foul ground, and now it brings up Cunningham, who lined out to left fielder last time up, with Holt still standing at first base. After reaching on the leadoff single, trying to see if they could bring around Holt for the second time today, Cunningham steps up. First pitch from Van, laying down the bunt is Cunningham. It lands foul as Holt was off as soon as the ball left the hand of Van. So 0-1 now the count as Holt retreats back to first base. 1-0 your score, the Bandits lead. After Holt came around in that bottom of the first inning due to Henson, not able to bring her around this time, but now Cunningham looking to see if she can do it. Shows bunt once more, hits it down the third base side. Demers will pick it up. The throw to first is in time, so the runner does advance, and 2 away. It's Cunningham with the sacrifice bunt. As Demers had to charge that one quickly. It was a very nice bunt from Cunningham, but not able to reach first base, and now brings up Massengale, who lined out to right fielder last time up, with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Van, fouled it off to the right-hand side, 0-1. Robbie Van trying to see if she can work another clean frame, gave up 2 hits in that second inning before great fielding work by the shortstop. Fowler was able to help her get out of it. The 0-1. Swung on, hit to the first base side. That one's going to get through to right. Holt will make her way home. The throw will beat her at the plate. She'll make it there in time. An RBI single by Massengale as she's able to lace one down that right-hand side. And 2-0 your score for the Bandits. So Holt scores the second run of this game. And now Ella Grace Harvey, who already has a single today, steps up. First pitch to her, up in the zone, swings through it 0-1. So Massengale gets her first hit of the day, now sits at first base with an RBI single. Ella Grace Harvey comes up for her second time. Addie Lewis would hit next if given the chance. The 0-1 stays high once more, 1-1. Harvey again headed off to Tennessee Tech next year, the rising freshman. Let's see what she can do here on this next pitch. Hits it hard to third base. Demers knocks it down. The throw across to first in time. That'll end the inning. Runner does get left on. One will score as Harvey grounds out to third. That will end the inning. 2 hits in the inning. One runner left on. No errors made. 2-0 now, your score, the Bandits lead. We go to the top of the fourth. Choos trying to see if they can find some scoring here. We'll be right back after this quick break from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the fourth inning, 2-0 your score. The Bandits tack on another run in that bottom of the third. They now lead by 2 as Cunningham will look to see what she can do here entering into this top of the fourth frame. Fowler will now come up for the second time today. Struck out swinging her first time up as Cunningham now up to 6 strikeouts already through 3 innings of work. As the Michigan State product, the rising sophomore, continues to cook through these lineups. Fowler will show bunt, swings through it, 0-1. So for Fowler, who has shown good work in the infield as well, and a couple of nice diving plays to start us off. 4 RBIs for her already, a 286 average entering into the day. Next pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. Trying to catch up to that fastball already. As we have a couple of changes once more. Henson still at first base. Atkinson now moves out to right. Presswood now moves to left field as Fowler shows bunt, pulls it back, and sees the next pitch outside for 1-2. So Henson still stays at first. It'll be Atkinson now moving from left to right, Presswood moving from right to left. J.C. Holt still the divider between the two of them in center. 1-2 from Cunningham, swung on and fouled off once more. Will try and lead us off here again. A 286 average for her, 4 RBIs, a 318 on base, a double, her lone extra base hit. This Choos squad has shown great defense, and she's been one of the leaders of that. Big swing and a miss, strike 3, goes down on strikes for the second time today. 1 away here in the top of the fourth inning. And now it'll bring up Clark, who has the lone hit so far for this Choos squad. A line drive double to right field over the head of Presswood originally, who now sits in left field. With 1 away here, Cunningham, the first pitch. As it sit outside for 1-0. So Clark with now 2 extra base hits on the year, a 2-run homer and a double for her. See if she can get on once more. Entered in with a 333 average. Next one stays high and out of the zone. 2-0. As the Gannon University commit for the Division II school attended Bishop O'Connell from Arlington, Virginia. He's a 4-year starter there. The 2-0. Got her up and on the arm area. It'll be a hit by pitch once more as that one caught her right on that elbow. She seems to be okay as it caught enough of her flushly on the bicep territory, so she'll reach first once again. On for the second time today. Now Demers comes up with 1 out and a runner on first. We'll see if Clark will run or if Fowler may come out to substitute for her once again. Looks like she'll stay on base to start here. And now the first pitch to Demers. Outside for 1-0. Demers hit by a pitch last time as well as stolen base for her. So reached her last time up, has yet to have a technically at-bat just yet. Lee's McRae Division II product. 1-0 on the outside, called a strike, 1-1. We will indeed have a substitution over there. Fowler now at first base for Clark. Next pitch to Demers up in the zone, 2-1. So now Fowler at first in substitution for Clark the catcher. We saw that last time where Fowler was actually able to steal a base as well, but was not able to come around and score. 2-1 to Demers. Swings it back up the middle. Cunningham will knock it down. Throws to second out there. The throw back to first not in time, so a fielder's choice will put 2 away. And now Hancock comes up, who went down swinging her last time, with 2 outs and a runner on first. Two away, runner at first base. Hancock, the right fielder, comes up for the second time today. Went down on strikes her first time up. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. Hancock, also in the transfer portal, the rising redshirt junior from Athens, Tennessee, attended Cleveland State previously. The next pitch to her, big swing and a miss, 0-2. 42 games last time, a .291 average with a .850 OPS. Had 8 home runs and 21 RBIs. Big swing and a miss. Fouls it off. Strike 3 as it'll be held onto by the catcher, Rabi. And 8 strikeouts for Ella Cunningham. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 your score. 1 runner left on. No hits. A hit by pitch is the only way to get on as Demers reaches on the fielder's choice. That will end our top of the 4th. Bandits will get to hit once more. They lead 2-0 here as we enter into the bottom half of the inning. From Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 4th inning we go here from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 2-0 your score. The Bandits lead. As it will now be Addie Lewis coming up for the second time today. Flew out to center field her last time up. As Robbie Van will try and make it through 4. First pitch just squeezed on the outside for ball 1. Trying to see if she can work a clean frame here after giving up a leadoff single to Holt. Was able to get a couple outs before Massengale, though, was able to bring around the run. Lewis fouls this one off for 1-1. Robbie Van again, someone who has induced a lot of softer contact, doesn't really get many strikeouts here in the Scenic City League, but has done a good job of at least getting softer outs. Unfortunately, he's not been able to get as many today as this one's hit the third base to Demers. The throw to cross will be in time, 1 away. Now it brings up Braylee Rabi, who got her first hit here in the Scenic City Collegiate League in her first appearance. Now gets an opportunity to hit once more. With now no one on and 1 away as Lewis goes down on the ground out to third. First pitch from the JUCO pitcher, big swing and a miss, strike 1. As Rabi, the rising senior from Silverdale Academy, attended the same school as Ella Cunningham. Still attends it, I should say. In her 31 games yet last year, a .337 average for her. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. So Robbie Van just bringing the fastball to her. Had a .985 OPS last year, a .618 slugging. The 0-2 on the inner half, called for strike 3. Rabi goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the game or the day for Robbie Van. And now 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Eden Atkinson will come up for the second time. First pitch to the now right fielder, outside for ball 1. Atkinson, who flew out to shortstop her last time up, out towards shallow left field. Sees the 1-0 and laces it hard down the left field line. That ball's going to land foul by about 7 feet. As Leach had to track that one down, it went all the way to the fence, got that one up around the handle and put a charge into it. Now 1-1 the count to her. After Lewis grounds out the third, backwards K again for Rabi, excuse me. It's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 on the high fastball as she thought that was strike 3. She's still got another pitch to go here. Still 1-2. She's still alive. 2 outs here, looking to see if she can keep this inning rolling. Van, the next pitch, swung on. Did she go around? She did indeed. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Van. Gets out of the bottom of the 4th. A 1-2-3 clean inning of work. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. 2-0 still your score. No one on, no hits, no errors. Robbie Van with 2 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. As Cunningham will try and step out possibly once more. We'll be right back after this quick break here from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 5th inning, Bandits lead still 2-0 here from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee, here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. The Bandits find themselves ahead here as Cunningham waiting to get ready here to start us off. She forgot her mask for a moment there, got it pointed out by the third base coach for the Choos, kind of nods and goes, yeah, I could probably use that. Robbie Van will lead us off, lined out to first base her last time up. Couple of hits for her already in yesterday's game. First pitch for Cunningham, takes a big hack at it and goes down 0-1 in the count. So for Van, the JUCO product, looking to see what she can do here at the plate once more. The 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2. Cunningham already 8 strikeouts through 4 innings of work. Baconton, Georgia at the plate here, and Robbie Van trying to help herself out on the mound. The 0-2, swung on, hit softly to the right-hand side. This ball will land about 3 feet foul, still 0-2. Trying to keep the inning alive, who's been mostly used as a pitcher during her time last year at GMC, the Georgia Military College. Had 19 appearances, had 5 starts to her name. On a 2-4 record, but had 2 saves and 3 complete games to her name. 62 in the 3rd innings of work and only a 2.25 ERA. Only walked 8 batters last year. The 0-2 fouls it off once more, staying alive. Before spending time at Georgia Military College, actually went to Coastal Alabama Community College for her freshman year. Good to see what she can do here today. 0-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3, another strikeout for Cunningham. Now 9 through 4 1/3 inning of work. And now 1 away as to bring up Martins for the 2nd time today. She went down swinging on strikes as well. First pitch hits it softly to the 3rd base side. Harvey picks it, but it's foul. 0-1. Who's mostly been used as a pitcher, been playing a lot of first base for this Choos squad from Hooker, Oklahoma. 0-1. In the other half, called a strike, 0-2. Martins went to Dodge City Community College. Mostly used as a pitcher last year. In 16 starts, had 77 innings pitched, 5 complete games for her, and a 7-7 record. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Cunningham, back-to-back. And now up to 10 here in this top of the 5th inning. And now it brings up Leach for the second time, who also went down swinging on strikes her last time up. Bottom half of this order trying to keep the inning alive. First pitch to Leach, down in the dirt for ball 1. Leach from Mississippi. Originally attended East Central Community College, the rising junior from Newton. He's the 1-0 and swings right through it for 1-1. Amanda Ray Leach attended Newton County High School before going off to college, is studying physical therapy. The 1-1. Outside, just a bit tad too far, 2-1. Last year in 14 games, only had 3 starts to her name, did have 34 and a third inning of work. Threw a complete game no-hitter against Itawamba on March 22nd. She'll hit this one softly to the third base side. Harvey will not get down the throw to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Cunningham. That will end the inning. No runners reached, no hits, no errors. 2 strikeouts for Cunningham, now 10 in the game here today. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, still 2-0 your score, the Bandits lead. We'll be right back after this quick break here from Andy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Bandits will come up to hit. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 your score. The Bandits find themselves ahead here as Ryan Presswood will lead us off in this bottom of the 5th inning. As it will be a couple of changes here now for the Choo-Choos. Robbie Van's night is done. She'll move out to left field now. The left fielder in Leach will move to center. The center fielder McCole will move to first base. And now it's Frankie Martins on the mound. It's the first pitch she'll throw will be followed for a strike, 0-1. It's Martins, who we were just talking about in that top of the 5th inning. Hooker, Oklahoma, looking to see what she can do on the mound once more, was the first pitcher here in the Scenic City League season. The next pitch, she'll bounce to the plate for 1-1. Presswood 0 for 2 with is indeed 0 for 2. A line out to short and a line out to center for her today. As Martins, 12 innings pitched for her, sends this one high for 2-1. 12 innings for her, 7 strikeouts, 6.81 ERA currently. She'll look to see what she can do here at this point with a 2-run deficit as she keeps this one high once more. 3-1 now the count as Presswood trying to get on for the first time today here in this 5th inning. Top half the order to start here for the Bandits as Presswood, Holt, and Henson will lead us off. 3-1 from Martins. At her half, called for ball 4, got squeezed a little bit, but it'll allow for a runner to reach. Now Presswood gets on for the first time today. It'll bring up J.C. Holt for the 3rd time, a single and a walk for her already. Martin's now coming in relief of Van. The first pitch to Holt keeps it high, goes over the glove of Clark to the backstop. It allows for Presswood to reach, so wild pitch allows for Presswood to advance to second base. Holt will take the first pitch high for ball 1. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody out for J.C. Holt, who's been one of the leading hitters here in this Scenic City League season. Show bunt once more. It'll be called for ball 2-0. Presswood now at second. Holt entered into the day with a .417 average. Started off a little slow, but has continued to amp up the pressure. 7 RBIs already for her. An .833 OPS. She's done a great job at getting those infield hits. We'll bunt this to the left-hand side. Demers will pick it up foul for 2-1. Presswood now at second after the leadoff walk, able to reach second base on the wild pitch. Holt trying to see if she can bring her around for her 8th RBI of the year, has scored twice already today. The 2 runs scored for the Bandits. Next pitch to her, pulls back the bunt, 3-1. Henson will hit next. An RBI single already for her today. Flew out to the first baseman her last time up. Cunningham would follow if given the opportunity. 3-1. Shows the bunt, hits it softly third base. Demers will pick it up, the throw to first. He's going to send it just a little wide. It will be a base knock for Holt, though, as she was racing down the line. Back-to-back singles for Holt, and runners down at the corners with nobody out for Henson. Would have been a tough play for Demers even if the throw was on line. McCullough had to step off the bag to grab that ball. But now it brings up Henson, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single already today. And Holt at first will be taking off with the pitch. Henson fouls it off, though, for 0-1, and Holt will have to retreat back. Already 2 stolen bases on the day for Holt. Stole both of those bases in the first inning. Stole second twice, technically, when she came in relief of Henson at first as a pinch runner. The 0-1. Low in the zone, called a ball. Holt will make it into second base standing. A 3rd stolen base for her today. Now runners at second and third with nobody out. Henson an opportunity to break this game open. 1-1. And her half squeezed a little bit too far outside. 2-1. Cunningham will have the opportunity to hit next. A sacrifice bunt and a line out to left for her. Madison Gale will follow if given the chance. 2-1 to the Marshall product at the plate. Swung on and missed on the off-speed. 2-2. Henson, who played her Division I year last year, again at Marshall University, played her 24th season, the Division II Drury University in Missouri. The 2-2, off speed sits high, 3-2. It's been a year at Jones College in Mississippi, the JUCO school before heading off to Drury U, where she played before getting the chance to transfer to Marshall. A home run last year on senior day. Will lace this one down the left field line, and it'll land foul. That one almost ends up on the hillside. Still full count to Henson. Only has 1 home run this year, the first one of the Scenic City League season, trying to look for number 2. Full count, runners at second and third after the walk and the single by Presswood and Holt. Henson trying to see if she can break open this scoring. Martin's trying to get out of the early pickle. 3-2, hits it out softly towards center field. Leach will get underneath it. She'll make the grab. The runners will advance. The throw will come into second base, so a sac fly for Henson puts another run on the board. Now 3-0 your score. Now a runner in third and Holt with one away. Holt at third, anything in the infield, anything anywhere would probably score her. First pitch to Cunningham, out and away for ball one. As the Michigan State product, the rising sophomore, comes up to the plate for the third time today. One of the best pitchers we've seen here in the Scenic City League so far. She'll lace it to the second base side, will break through and make its way to the outfield. It'll score Holt, and now the ball makes its way all the way to the right field fence. Cunningham's going to try and race around for third. She'll make it in standing, as the right fielder Hancock had it go through her. And now another run will score. 4-0 your score. So that was an odd one. What was initially a base knock for Cunningham, as trying to knock it down was Ross at second, goes through and allows her to go all the way around to third. And now it brings up Massengale with a runner still in scoring position and only one away. So now 4-0 your score, as Holt made it in standing. Now Massengale, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single, comes up. Fouls this one off the end of the bat for 0-1. Massengale, the rising junior at Tennessee Wesleyan, previously attended Saudi Daisy High School and is from Hickson, Tennessee, both literally just down the road from here. The 0-1. Speed sits outside for 1-1. Massengale has played primarily in that middle infield side, got a rep at third base previously when she traded places with Ella Grace Harvey. Now at second base today. The 1-1 outside for 2-1. Studying public health, was a public health major at Tennessee Wesleyan. Trying to work in the med field when she completes her collegiate career. 2-1. Swung on, hit to the shortstop side. Hancock will pick it up, looks towards third, makes the throw to first in time for 2 away as Cunningham stays put. And now it'll bring up Ella Grace Harvey with a single already today. A ground out to third her last time up in the third inning. With 2 outs and a runner in scoring position in Cunningham. Martin's trying to get out of the jam without any more damage to her name. First pitch to the tall third baseman, stays in the dirt for 1-0. Lewis will hit next if given the opportunity. 0 for 2 is she with a ground out and a fly out to center. The 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Just a little too early on the off speed there. That's Harvey, who attended Whitewell High School from Whitewell, Tennessee last year. Also played basketball at her high school as a power forward. And last year was outstanding as that one stays high at 2-1. Whitewell hit 476 with an 1,000 slugging, had a over 1,500 OPS, 8 home runs and 23 RBIs for her. Walked more than she struck out. The 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Also made 10 pitching appearances last year, 36 in the third innings of work for her. Has not pitched at all this season, though, for the Scenic City League. 2-2 to Harvey. Sits outside, full count. EGH at the plate here now, trying to see if she can extend this inning and get Addie Lewis up to the plate. Martin's trying to see if she can get out of it here with a runner in scoring position. Without any more damage and just trying to get out of it here. Coming in relief of Robbie Van. 3-2. Swung on, hit hard to third base. Demers knocks it down. The throw to first almost airmails it, but able to make the throw. That'll be out number 3, so a runner left on, 2 will score. And that'll end the inning with a 4-0 lead in favor of the Bandits. They'll head back out to the field as the Choos will get a chance to respond. Here as we enter into the top of the 6th inning from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Choos will come back up to hit. Top of the 6th inning, Choos will come up to hit once more. It'll be the top of the order to lead us off as Cassidy Ross, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout, will come up. Cunningham looking to see if she can make it to the top of 6. First pitch is fouled off the end of the bat for 0-1. Cunningham was able to drive in a run in that bottom half of the 5th inning, now trying to see if she can work yet another clean frame. Bandits have both of the complete games this year from Henson and Cunningham, funny enough. Cunningham looking to see if maybe she can do that again here today. The 0-1. Stays down and in for 1-1. Already 10 strikeouts for her through 5 innings of work. Now over in a Bandits uniform alone, 45 strikeouts. I believe she is now up to 54 in total after her appearance with the Smokies. Have that exact number in front of me, unfortunately, but in a Bandits uniform alone, he's done excellent. Hits this one softly to the first base side. Cunningham flips it to first, 1 away, as Ross trying to see if she can run it out. Now to bring up Tina McCole, who went down looking on strikes her last time up. Grounded out to shortstop in her first appearance. Gonna see what she can do for this Choos squad, as they have still yet to find a run. Shut out in yesterday's game, trying to see if they can find some scoring. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Fowler will hit next, just struck out swinging both times she came up. Cole trying to see what she can do here. The 0-1. Swung on, hits it softly to the second base side, picked up and tossed to first by Massengale, 2 away. Back-to-back groundouts and trying to make a quick inning of it here. Is Cunningham, as she is now gone with 5 pitches and has recorded 2 outs, and Fowler comes up for the 3rd time today. Struck out swinging her last 2 times up. First pitch from Cunningham hits it sharply to shortstop, grabbed by Lewis. It will be a 6-pitch inning and a 1-2-3 outing for Cunningham as she makes it through the top of 6 cleanly. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bandits still lead 4-0. Cunningham with a quick 6th inning. We might see her in the 7th. I believe we will. We'll find out. But it'll now be the Choos who head out to the field. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field, we'll go to the bottom of the inning. Here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break as Martins will step back out to the mound for the Choos. Bottom of the 6th inning, we go to the bottom half. Bandits still lead 4-0. Addie Lewis and the 7, 8, and 9 hitters will come up to the plate to start us off, as Martins will now try and see if she can work through a clean 6th. So Choos find themselves down here at Mandy Greenmont Field as the first pitch on the outer half called a strike. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we roll around the 10:30 time. The sun has been out all morning long. It's been a beautiful start to this week here, the 3rd week of June. High of 91 today. It feels like 88 as this one stays in the dirt for ball 1. Currently 82 degrees out here today. It's going to be all sorts of sunshine. The real feel is going to get real high today. It feels like it'll be a high of 93 tomorrow. It'll be 8 o'clock start time to start us off, and 10:30 in game 2 as that one stays low for 2-1. So for everyone listening, trying to tune in for tomorrow's game as well, just a heads up that we will be starting tomorrow earlier. It'll be an 8 o'clock start time for game 1, a 10:30 start time currently for game 2. That could change, but that is where we stand at the moment, as Martin's next pitch stays out and away for 3-1. Just trying to see if they can beat the summer heat. We're only in mid-July, and it's already feeling like this. I don't want to know what it's mid-June. I don't want to know what July is going to feel like. 3-1. Half called for ball 4 as it just caught a little too far on the inside. It allows will be Lewis's first time up to first base. And she'll reach with a leadoff walk. And now it'll bring up Rabi, who went down looking on strikes her last time up. Singled in her first appearance here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. Silverdale Academy product comes up to the plate. First pitch stays high for 1-0. It's the rising senior, tonight's catcher for this Bandit squad, standing at 6 feet tall. Facing off against Martins for the first time today. Second pitch fouls it off, 1-1. Lewis reaches first base on the walk. First time today if she's reached. Be trying to see if she can get herself on as well and allow for Eden Atkinson to get a chance to hit here with runners on. 1-1. Swung on and fouled it off, 1-2. Again, the rising senior out of Silverdale Academy has been playing since her freshman year, has never hit below 300. Junior season hit for 20 extra base hits, 6 homers, not of the 20 extra base hits she had, as this one stays in the dirt for 2-2. Had 17 doubles and 3 triples. That was in 52 games played last year, only had 31 games to herself. Still collected again 22 RBIs and 6 home runs. She fouls this one off, still 2-2. Matches her home run total from her junior year. Now 20 home runs on the year on her high school career. Up to 28 doubles and 3 triples. So now up to, at the moment, over 50 extra base hits, as that one just stays high, full count. 92 RBIs for her over her 3 years of high school. 116 hits. A career average of 350. At Silverdale. The next pitch swung on and missed on the off-speed. Strike 3. She goes down on strikes for the second time today. And now 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Martins now has an out to her name. Her first strikeout here. Coming in relief of Robbie Van. Will face off against Atkinson. Keeps that one low for a strike, going 1. Atkinson, a fly out to short, a strikeout swinging her last time's up. Baylor High School around the Chattanooga area. The 0-1. Out and away, 1-1 now the count. As Atkinson, the rising junior, attended Baylor last year where they went 21-11-1, ranked 28th in the state. Next pitch to her, swung on the off speed, 1-2. Around a little too early on that one. is able to pull the string on it once more, trying to see if she can record out number 2 here and keep Addie Lewis at first. 1-2. Swung hard to the third base side. Demers will pick it up, throw to second in time. Back to first will not be there, so a fielder's choice. But now 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Demers intelligently goes to second base with it and cuts down Lewis. And now Atkinson does reach for the first time today, but it's on a fielder's choice. As Presswood will see what she can do here with 2 outs and a runner on. First pitch to her on the outer half, called a strike 0-1. A walk already for Presswood today, lined out to shortstop where Fowler had to make the diving grab, and out to center field her first time up. That came in the top of the first inning. Came around to score in that 5th frame. Next pitch bounces in the dirt. Atkinson will make her way to second base. She'll get in standing. Bit of a wild pitch there allows for Atkinson to reach second, so now a runner in scoring position with a 1-1 count in the favor of Presswood. Next pitch stays out and away. 2-1 for the UTEP product at the, or excuse me, the UTEP commit at the plate as it stands. Walker Valley High School, primarily a pitcher for this Bandit squad, has played a lot of fielding for them. Lines it right back up the middle. Out number 3. Martin's able to pick it up cleanly. And that will end the bottom of the 6th inning. So Presswood lines out. 1 runner left on. No hits, 1 walk. Fielder's choice. Got Atkinson on, and that will end the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Choos will get 1 more try to see if they can add on some runs. It'll be Cunningham who will come out 1 more time, I believe. We'll see if that is indeed the case. That'll end it here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Bandits lead 4-0. We'll be right back after this quick break as the Choos will come up 1 more time. It will be Cunningham to come out and pitch from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 7th inning, 4-0 your score. Ella Cunningham will look to see if she can get her 2nd complete game of the year. She'll have to face off against Ariana Clark, who has one of the only hits in this game. Actually, at the moment, the lone hit for the Choos at this time. A double in that 2nd frame that she laced over the right fielder's head. First pitch to her down in the dirt for ball 1. So Clark, who has reached on a hit by pitch and a double, looking to see if she can jumpstart this Choos offense. 1-0 hits it sharply to the shortstop side, picked off by Lewis. The throw to first will not be there in time. Henson couldn't corral it. And now it puts a runner on with nobody out as Clark reaches for the 3rd time today. I believe that one's going to be labeled as an error, though. Lewis deep in the hole at short, tried to make the throw. One hops it to Henson, who couldn't corral it. And now Fowler will step in for Clark at first as she reaches on the air, and Demers will see the first pitch and take a big hack at it for strike 1. Demers, who has reached on a hit by pitch, has a stolen base and got on in that 4th inning on a fielder's choice. Technically 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1. Stays high in the zone for 1-1. Cunningham trying to get through the rest of this ball game. Did not record a strikeout for the first time in that 6th inning. Had recorded 2 every single inning until that 6th frame. Was able to get a 1-2-3 nonetheless. The 1-1 sits out and away. 2-1 now the count. Bandits still lead 4-0 here entering into this top of the 7th frame. Hancock now at first in favor of Clerk, who got on with the error. Next one, laces it down the left field line. That ball's going to land about 7 feet foul. 2-2 now the count to Demers. She was looking for extra bases. When she gets around on it, she can put some pop on that ball. We've seen it before when she had a 2-run homer earlier this year. Now looking to see what she can do with a 2-2 count against her. Nobody out, and Hancock now at first. Next pitch. Out and away for ball 3. Cunningham trying to get out of this inning and end this ball game off. She goes for her 7th inning of work. The 3-2. On the outer half, called ball 4. She did not offer. And that ball will make it out to center field. Hancock is going to try and make her way for third. The throw-in will be in time. Grace Harvey can't clean it up. It allows Demers to reach to second. They're going to say that she did not go. And Fowler, who makes it all the way to third base on the missed throw, now puts runners in scoring position with nobody out. They will say that Demers did not offer. So Fowler all the way to third, Demers to second, with nobody out for now Taylor Hancock, who is struck out swinging her 2 times up. The first pitch to her is out and away for ball 1. After Raby threw it down to Cunningham, it bounced off her glove and into center field and allowed Fowler to go all the way to third. Demers then made it into second as Harvey couldn't hold on to it at third base. Next one stays high for 2-0. And now from a runner on first with a full count for Cunningham, it now results in runners at second and third on a ball 4 that she thought that Demers swung at. Not going to be the case. The 2-0 just up in the zone, called a strike. 2-1. Robbie Van would hit next. She's lined out to the pitcher and struck out swinging her 2 times up. 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. The inside fastball burns through once more. Runners at second and third after a error and a walk. 2-2. Swung on and fouled off once more. Hancock stays alive. This for Hancock, again from Athens, Tennessee, attending Cleveland State. Heard the last 2 seasons of softball, looking to see what she can do here. Hits it sharply to the shortstop side. That ball's going to get down and allow for 1 run to score. Demers will hold as Presswood's throw makes its way to the plate. The Choos are on the board, and now runners in the corners with nobody out still here in the top of the 7th inning. So an unearned run technically, but Hancock gets her first hit of this game, the 2nd hit allowed by Cunningham. Demers now at third, Hancock at first. Robbie Van to the plate. Hancock will take off. Pitch makes its way to the backstop as it's a ball up in the zone. Demers will hold at third. And now runners at second and third with nobody out. Van looking to see if she can collect her first hit of the day. She'll hit it hard to the right-hand side, and she will. This will score 1 run. They will keep the runner at third. Now 2-4 your score, and some lightning here for the Choos. 4-2 now your score. Runners at the corners. As Van will sub out now for Fowler. Big swing and a miss for Martins. It'll be a strike 1. Fowler will advance to second with no throw. Martins has struck out swinging both times she came up. Still nobody out here in this top of the 7th. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. Can't catch up to the fastball. So from a shutout and a runner on first to 2 runs scored, and runners now at second and third with still nobody out for Cunningham. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 3 called as Martins goes down swinging for the 3rd time today. 1 away. And now it brings up Manda Ray Leach once more. Grounded out to 3rd her last time up. Went down on strikes in her first appearance. Ross will get the chance to hit next if given the opportunity. First pitch on the outer half called a strike 0-1. Hancock at 3rd, Fowler at 2nd, who came in relief of Robbie Van. 0-1. Did she handle? No, she did not. 1-1 the count. Cunningham trying to get through this inning without any more damage, trying to hold on to this now 2-run lead. The 1-1 just outside, 2-1. Michigan State product trying to work through her 2nd complete game of this season. It's been one of the leading pitchers in the Scenic City Collegiate League this year, and for understandable reason. The 2-1 fouls it off to the right-hand side, 2-2. Into the day, Cunningham with only a 1.47 ERA, a 1.11 whip. We'll have this one fired off once more. Grounds out to 2nd. Massengale's going to come home with it. And that will be held up at 3rd base as Hancock, she's going to run down. Harvey will throw it back to home plate. Rabbie will run her back to 3rd. The runner will be out at 3rd base, and that'll be 2 away. And now a runner at 1st, and Leach goes to 2nd, and now another run down. She'll make her way to 2nd base. The ball gets away at 1st. Another run will come around to score. And now in the most awkward way possible, the Choos have brought it within 1 and have a runner in scoring position. As Leach should have grounded out to 2nd base, instead reaches on a fielder's choice. They do cut down the runner Hancock at 3rd base in the rundown. It'll be labeled as a 4-2, I believe, 5. The throw comes back to 1st as Leach advanced to 2nd and got caught up with Fowler, who comes around to score after the error as the right fielder in Atkinson couldn't hold on to the handle from the throw from Harvey. And now Leach stands at 2nd base after reaching on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Ross with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. So the first pitch to Ross on the inner half called a ball. And the Choos now trying to bring this within a tie. They are only down by 1. Ross, who has gone down on ground outs her last 2 times, up in a strikeout. 1-0. Swung on, hit back up the middle into center field. That ball will get down. They're going to try and send around Leach. Holt the throw in. They'll actually hold the runner. The ball gets away from Cunningham to the backstop. It'll go. Leach is going to try and score. The throw is in home. It's not in time. A tie ball game. The throw to 3rd. Ross is in safely. A tie ball game on an RBI single as the ball got away from Cunningham. And now a runner at 3rd base as Ross is able to come all the way around. So Ross with a single comes all the way to 3rd after the throw came home. Cunningham misplayed it. Bounces to the backstop. Rabbie can't get the throw in time as Cunningham couldn't corral it. Leach gets in head first safely. And now runner at 3rd with 2 outs for Tatum McColl. As this one stays low to her for 1-0. So McColl is 0 for 3 on the day. 2 ground outs and a backwards K against her. But has been deadly for the Smokies this year. 2 home runs already for her. The 1-0. Places it, second base side, that ball gets through, and the Choos find 5 here in the top of the 7th inning. Tatum McCall gives the Choos the lead for the first time today, her first hit. A 5-run, top of the 7th inning. And it brings up Fowler for the first time in the top of the 7th. The Choos trying to bat around the order. First pitch outside for 1-0. Fowler 0 for 3, a line out to short her last time out. 2 strikeouts swinging as Cunningham now trying to just get out of this inning. Entered in with a shutout. Now down by 1. Next pitch swung on and missed, 1-1. In the defense of Cunningham, 2 of those runs will be labeled as unearned after Clark reached on an error to start the inning. An error as well on the fielder's choice that allowed for what was Hancock to Carissimi Fowler to come around as she fouls this one off 0-1-2. Just a bunch of things happening here in this frame. Leach able to come home and score on the error. It was Vans, who was supposed to be the runner. Fowler subbed in for her, comes around and scores. Hancock gets cut down. Demers comes around to score. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. That will end the inning as Fowler goes down on strikes. And we go to the bottom of the 7th with a brand new ball game. The Bandits now down by 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Choos with a brand new game, and we'll see if Martins will come out once more. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Choos find 5 in the top of the 7th. They'll try and see if they can hold on in this final frame. We'll be right back after this quick break here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 7th inning, Choos lead over the Bandits. Ryan Presswood's going to hit again. After she lined out in that bottom of the 6th inning, she'll see the first pitch outside for ball 1. So I don't know if anybody realizes this yet. Ryan Presswood is leading off the bottom of the 7th. It should be J.C. Holt. She'll hit this one to the first base side. It'll be out number 1 as McCall will get underneath it. As Martin's now trying to get through this bottom half of the frame, 1 away. So Presswood comes in and hits, and Holt now comes up with 1 out. Down by 1 after 5 scored in the top of the 7th. Only 2 of those earned. The next pitch stays up in the zone for ball 1 as Martin's now trying to see if she can get her first win for this Choos squad, trying to see if they can find the ultimate comeback here. 1-0. On the outer half, called a strike, 1-1. So for Holt, 2 singles and a walk for her today, 3 stolen bases. 3 of the 4 runs have come from her today. The 1-1, swung on, hit right back up the middle. Second baseman Ross knocks it down, will not get a throw in time. Holt was dashing down the line. She'll make it on for the third time with a hit. Fourth time she's reached first base. And now a runner on in the fastest runner we've seen here in the Scenic City League, up there at least, for Lauren Henson. A sac fly, an RBI single, and a fly out to the first baseman in her 3 appearances today. 1 for 2 is she with 2 RBIs. First pitch from Martins. Holt's on the run. First pitch a ball. Down the second. Airmails it, but Ross is there to guide it. So another stolen base, the 4th of the day for Holt. One 1-0 in favor of Henson. Martin's trying to hold down this lead. Henson trying to see if she can jumpstart the Bandits here. Next one stays high, 2-0. The Bandits had led this entire ball game, essentially, since the first inning. Cunningham gives up 5, only 2 of those earned in the top of the 7th. The 2-0. Lower half called a ball, 3-0 now the count to Henson, trying to see if she can get on for Cunningham, funny enough, who has a sac bunt, a single, and a line out to left. Three to Henson. Swung on, hit out towards right center field. Leach trying to get underneath it. It's over her head, off the top of the wall. It lands back in fair ground. It'll be extra bases. Holt will try and come around. And will it be a home run? It will be. Lauren Henson, walk-off home run, 2-run shot. And the Bandits bring it back to win it. So it will be labeled as a home run. Henson puts it out the yard. It bounced off the top of the fence, and it will see as a home run. Henson's second of the year. A 2-run shot to end it. And the Bandits, after being down, entering into the top of the frame, bring it back again. Henson with her second home run of the year, her 4th RBI of the day. We'll end it here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Bandits take it over the Choos in walk-off fashion. So Martins will take the loss, unfortunately. Cunningham will go the 7 and get the win. Gives up 5 runs, only 2 of them earned, all in that top of the 7th inning. Will take the loss. Robbie Van goes 4, gives up 2 runs. Martins will go 2 1/3 and give up the remaining 4. And that will end it here. So a very wild way to end off Game 1. We'll have Game 2 here in just a little bit between the Smokies and the Smoky Mountain Rain. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you everyone for tuning in here for the Scenic City Collegiate League. Bandits take it with a walk-off home run from Lauren Henson. A 2-run shot to right center that bounced off the top of the wall. And we'll take it here tonight. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll hope to see you later today as we will have the Smoky Mountain Rain and the Smokies battling it out here on Day 8 for the Scenic City Collegiate League. Thank you everyone again for tuning in here on this Monday morning. We hope to see you later today. Thank you again for tuning in. If we don't, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a safe rest of your afternoon.